Big money and big names are back on the board today, with Tottenham central to more than one major story and Arsenal circling in a few different directions. There's also a fresh Manchester United move, a record-level figure being floated for one target, and Brentford getting active in the market. And in the background, several clubs are being linked to players without anything close to a done deal yet. Let's start with the done deals. Tottenham have reportedly completed the signing of Sandro Tonali from Newcastle United, and BBC Sport says the fee could reach £100 million. That makes it a club record deal for Spurs, which is exactly the sort of headline that changes the tone of a transfer window. Because the wording says the signing is complete, this is the most advanced story in today's batch. If confirmed in full, it's a massive statement move. Now, the hot rumours. Tottenham are being talked up as preparing an £85 million bid for Bournemouth's Eli Jr. Kroupi, with TalkSport saying they want to test the Cherries' resolve. Bournemouth's stance is clear in the reporting, they do not want to sell, so this is one that already has a bit of friction built in. The club-to-club angle is straightforward, but the fee makes it a huge call from Spurs if they decide to go in. At this stage, it looks like an aggressive move rather than a done deal. Brentford are said to be close to signing Callum Wilson from West Ham, with BBC Sport and Sky Sports both pointing in the same direction. The reports say it would be on an initial 12-month contract, and that he is leaving relegated West Ham on a free transfer. When two outlets line up like that on a deal being close, it usually means this one has real momentum. All signs point to Brentford edging towards the finish line here. Arsenal's approach has reportedly triggered Newcastle United to think about a new contract for Bruno Guimaraes, according to Football Insider. That suggests Arsenal have at least made an impression, even if the report stops short of saying they have a bid on the table. Newcastle's response is to prepare talks over a fresh deal, which usually means they want to get ahead of any outside interest. So this one feels active, even if it is still more about countering interest than concluding a transfer. Brentford have launched a £19 million bid for Trabzonspor midfielder Christ Olaino, according to The Sun. That makes this one much more concrete than simple interest, because there's an actual offer on the table. The fee is clear, the club is named, and the reporting is direct about Brentford taking action. So this is a live bid and one of the more advanced stories in today's roundup. And finally, the one still on the radar. Manchester United are being linked with a move for Real Madrid midfielder Tchouaméni, according to AS. The report says Madrid would be looking for a figure above $114 million, which is also described as €100 million or £86 million, so this is a serious money discussion if it ever gets off the ground. AS also says Madrid are using the sales of Elliot Anderson and Sandro Tonali as reference points. For now, though, this still sounds like United are testing the water rather than pushing through a concrete bid. Wolves are being linked with Nico SIGUR, with Sky Sports saying they are interested in the Hajduk split midfielder. The same report notes that he featured at the World Cup for Croatia, which is part of why he's on their radar. There's no bid, no talks and no fee in the story at this point, just interest. So this one is firmly in monitoring territory unless Wolves decide to step it up. Liverpool are being linked with a possible swap-style idea involving Harvey Elliott and Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton, according to Danny Gallagher. The reporting says Liverpool are exploring a deal that would send Elliott to Palace in exchange for Wharton. That's all the cluster gives us, but it does suggest something being discussed rather than just idle interest. It remains speculative for now, with no fee attached. Team Talk says Rafael Leão has communicated an interest in joining Tottenham Hotspur, and that Spurs are now looking into a possible move. That puts Tottenham right back in the centre of another attacking link, though this one is still at the exploratory stage. There's no fee and no formal bid mentioned, just the player's interest and Spurs weighing it up. So this is one to watch, but not one to treat as advanced yet. Arsenal are being linked with a look at Aaron WAN-BISSAKA, with Team Talk saying they are considering a move from West Ham United. The report frames it as part of a wider plan around Ben White's future, with WAN-BISSAKA added to the list of possible replacements. There's no bid, no talks and no fee here, just Arsenal keeping options open. That keeps this firmly in the early interest bracket. El Debate says Mourinho wants Real Madrid to sign a new centre-back, and Arsenal duo Ricardo Calafiori and Piero Hincapié are on the list alongside Manchester City's Ruben Dias. The story is not about a bid yet, it's a wish list style report with several names on it. That means Real Madrid interest, rather than a concrete approach, is the key takeaway. For Calafiori, this is very much a name being mentioned rather than a move taking shape. The Daily Mail says a British record fee of £130 million could open the door for Arsenal to negotiate with Aston Villa for Morgan Rogers. Villa, though, are said to be adamant they do not want to sell. That gives you the shape of the story, massive valuation, but a club that is resisting the idea from the start. For now, this sounds like a huge money link rather than a move with momentum. If you want the daily transfer picture cut clean and straight, make sure you're subscribed. We'll be back tomorrow with the next round of moves, bids, and rumours.